As you well know, part of what the so-called Freedom Caucus, those who supported Daniel Webster and did not want Kevin McCarthy to be the nominee today, part of what they were saying they wanted from McCarthy to get their votes is a real restructuring of the way business is done here, to give the conservatives more of a seat at the table, to give them more responsibility, plum committee assignments. Do you think that at the end of the day, McCarthy just decided he couldn't deliver that? It's not something that he could actually do to get those votes, to get the 218 or the majority of the House? Speaker?
The next speaker should not appease those who make unreasonable demands. There are a number of members of our conference who simply cannot get the yes on anything. For them, the perfect will always be the enemy of the good. In my view, it's come time to marginalize those members who don't want to be part of the governing majority. I've said for some time that, in order to pass anything out of the House, we need to assemble a bipartisan coalition, whether it's on the continuing resolution, the debt ceiling, the omnibus and budget agreements. We will have to assemble a bipartisan coalition. That's the reality of this place, and I don't think that any of our leaders should make accommodations to those who are going to make unreasonable demands.
But you realize how this is going to be perceived by those members of your caucus who you're talking about, that they just got two scalps, not just they just got two scalps, not just John Boehner, who they believe that they forced out, but his right-hand man, his sort of heir apparent, now is saying he can't get the vote. So how can the next speaker become speaker without, in your words, appeasing those who are demanding that?
We might have to assemble a bipartisan coalition on the floor to elect the next speaker then. I mean, that's what it could come down to.
You think that Democrats will vote for a Republican for speaker?
I don't know what's going to happen. Anything is possible right now, but it's pretty clear to me that a number of us are not going to simply appease or accede to those who will make unreasonable demands. And so I suspect in order to govern around here, we need to have a bipartisan coalition, all the major bills. I mean, if we can't get 218 Republican votes for a speaker, then we'll have to try other options. And I don't know what those options are, but I certainly don't want to put somebody in the speaker's job who's going to appease those who are making these unreasonable demands.